welcome to the start of April. Here's our monthly Tech Coach newsletter. I am shocked that this time went so fast, but then I think about it in like this whole year. Wow, it's gone really fast. Let's check out the newsletter for this month, see what's going on, important stuff that you should know. So the first thing not on the newsletter itself is just that I am coming down to the end of the school year. So April and May are the last 2 months that I come to buildings. And that's sort of my time crunch when I'm trying to get my last contractual days in here and there. So if you do have a project that you want to do for the end of the school year, I know it's just like we're just hitting spring break and you're like, is it that quick? It goes so fast. Please, let's plan ahead. Because it's my calendar, I can go in and book stuff at any time. So let me know if you have a specific day. Now is the time, like looking ahead to May. Let's get that set in stone because it gets very hard to switch things later on when we get towards the end. So anyways, spring break, some of you are actually just coming out of spring break. Those of you in South Holland have not quite had your spring break yet. It's very interesting. So during spring break in Chicago Ridge, I will spend time at South Holland, which actually is the week that I am recording this. And then while South Holland is on spring break, I will spend all of those days in Chicago Ridge. So vice versa. Yeah. So April, let's take a look at the newsletter here. My focus for this month, honestly, which is just to help spark inspiration for all of you, is website creation or digital portfolios. If you haven't done this with students before, it's pretty fun. Let's try a new tool like Wakelet to make a little website or digital portfolio. Let's do we can do portfolios using Google Slides, so it doesn't have to be a brand new tool. Or if you want to go like the full 9 yards, let's learn how to use Google Sites. Now, I use Google Sites for my own personal professional website. I use it for my Tech Coach website. I love Google Sites and it has come a long way. It's very intuitive, kind of like modular. You pick your pieces, you put them in, you squish them around, you stretch stuff out. Very easy to use. I did used to teach sites as digital portfolios to my middle school students. So it is a project I've actually done before. If you're interested in something like that, a website could be a cool alternative to like a report or a presentation or something. Let me know. So this is just meant to spark ideas for something I could do coming into your classroom. Not like I have to do. I can help you with anything as usual, but sometimes it helps to be like, oh, here's an idea. Just recently, Canva, the graphic design site. I've done Canva with teachers in both of my districts. Canva just unleashed a whole bunch of new features. So I have an article about that. They already had like an AI powered tool where you type in text what you want to see and it kind of generates a picture. I guess that's gotten way more powerful. One of the things I'm excited to try out is I guess there's an animation tool where you can actually draw the path that the object travels in. So that could be super fun for storytelling or things like that. And the other one is a magic like eraser tool that doesn't just remove the background, but will remove an object from the picture without removing the background. So that's something that I'm eager to try out too. So check that out. And in line with last month, I know we talked a lot about AI and artificial intelligence. There's a little self-assessment quiz about your knowledge, your skills of artificial intelligence, your awareness, if you're interested to check that out. This month, I am participating in a webinar through the LTC all about our coaching program. So the whole program that has brought me to all of you, there's going to be a webinar for other new prospective districts that would like to bring an LTC coach to them. No, I am not leaving you. But if we can get more districts, we can hire more people and more coaches to come in other districts. So if you have a friend, a colleague, a former coworker in another district, and you think they could benefit from having someone like me to come and help them and talk to them, please let them know. They can I put a link to the registration there. I don't know. I can talk to them if you want, whatever you need. So there's information here if you want to pass that along. Bring an LTC coach to your district. I added a new section to the newsletter this month that I think could be fun. We'll see if I keep it up or not. But currently reading or listening, I listen to a great podcast by the show is called Your Undivided Attention. It's the makers of the documentary The Social Dilemma. If you haven't seen that, it's their podcast. They did a whole episode called The AI Dilemma. And I know I've talked about AI, I've talked about artificial intelligence a bunch between like last month, this month, whatever. But like all things tech, there's good and there's bad, and the potential to be really bad. It's a bit of a bummer podcast, but it does bring up a lot of really good points that I think are important to think about. So worth checking out. And I am in the middle of not one, but two book studies. The first one is The Coaching Habit, Say Less, Ask More, and Change the Way You Lead Forever. That is something that all the coaches are doing right now. And a second book is Monotasking, How to Focus Your Mind, Be More Productive, and Improve Your Brain Health. So this is something I have a feeling that I'm going to get a lot from because I'm very much a multitasker doing a bazillion things at once. Probably should slow down. Professional development. So LTC, the organization that I work for, we actually have a lot of offerings beyond just the coaching program. There's a whole professional learning catalog that you can look into. Could be for districts to formally bring someone in, like one of our regional ed tech coaches. Some of y'all know Eric Santos. He's our regional ed tech coach for the Chicagoland area. So this is a thing where like you could have him come in and do stuff. I can always come and do stuff with y'all too, but just if you need ideas, we have PD, we have money for PD, we want to do a session on blank, information is all there. So LTC offers so much stuff. Google Blog, with all of their latest news is on here. Again, some information about artificial intelligence. The Google tool is called Bard, and you can find out some stuff about that. Resources, LTC, not only do we have PD, but LTC keeps a resource like reference database related to current legislation that has to do with ed tech. So this is very interesting because it's hard to just stay on top of everything, but LTC kind of has like a running record for regulations and statutes and things that go through that schools have to worry about that are concerning ed tech. So it's just kind of an interesting read to just be up on current legislation, current events, things for schools. And getting towards the end here, a couple of fun tech tips and tricks. I find stuff on Twitter all the time. Who knows how much longer that'll be, but when I see something cool on Twitter, I usually bookmark it, and then that is the source of a lot of my information that I use here for newsletters. This is a cool idea about making a virtual sticker board. So something just kind of fun, kind of SEL, soft skills, community, something that kids can work on and collaborate together. Virtual sticker board using Let's Stick Together, those little posters. If you don't know, check it out. Links there. Pretty cool. And then because you just can't get enough of this artificial intelligence, here's yet another resource about using Chat GPT. Artificial intelligence, the good side is maybe it can make our lives easier. I don't know. Give it a whirl. Let me know what you think. And also found this excellent spring cleaning Google Drive kind of guide to help you go in, some spring cleaning, organize your drive, fix it up. Maybe it's your spring break project, a little, virtual. A lot of this spring cleaning up your drive, organizing your drive, you can actually do this while you're sitting and watching TV. Look for duplicate files, delete them. Make a folder that is called to be sorted. So stuff that you want to deal with later, and just whoop, 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 like flick it all in there and deal with it later. Sometimes just not having it visually in front of you in itself is like a way to organize. And sometimes you'll surprise yourself with this folder called to be sorted by finding out that you never really needed it in the first place. You never end up going back to it for stuff. So was talking with another teacher just today, how sometimes having those files, and I don't want to delete those files, it becomes like a teacher security blanket. And when in real life you look back, we sometimes never, ever need those old files. So something to think about. All right. Digital citizenship. I've found several little articles about staying safer online, some for students or sharing with students, some for you, some for adults, teachers, to stay safer online. If you're super interested, there is a webinar offered by Google Workspace for Education that you can sign up for, um, just for fun, because who doesn't like shopping? A little retail therapy for you. We have these really fun looking art dice. If I was still teaching art, I totally would have bought these little dice with like subject matters and things so kids can roll them, and like it tells you what you need to draw or you need to invent or you need to make. And then the other device here, this little multi-cube timer, is something that I actually have to go along with my monotasking book study. And it's super cute. So it's got the clock on the front, but then it's a timer, so you can like tilt it and it'll like give you little blocks of time. So if you say like, I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes organizing my Google Drive today or clearing out emails, and even if you don't finish the task, you've at least kind of blocked out that time to focus on that one thing for that period of time. And sometimes you surprise yourself with how much you can actually get done. So shout outs. I have not filled them all in. I'm going to do that right after I record this email, but there's a lot of stuff. I've definitely been a little bit better this month at putting stuff out there. Things have been going on in the classroom. So be sure to come back and check that out if you're watching this instead of reading. I'm going to plug all those in. And as usual, there's all my information to stalk me online. Don't stalk me online. You can find me though. You can reach out. You can ask me questions. You can say nice things. That'd be great. So, all that being said, I hope you have or had a wonderful, relaxing spring break. Can't believe it's already April. I'm so looking forward to the weather getting nicer. I love having the sun out. I leave to go home. It's still bright out. Sometimes I leave with my coat on in the morning, but I can take it off on my way home. I'm also really stubborn, so even if like you should have a coat on, sometimes I don't, just because I don't wear it anymore. But yeah, things are getting better. Things are getting sunnier, and hang in there. We're in the home stretch. Talk soon. Bye.